Hello, in this video I'll show you the location and how to remove and replace the fuel filter on Hyundai iX35 2.0 CRDI. The fuel filter on this car is located in the engine compartment. It's located behind the battery and behind the ECU. It's located right there. In order to get access to the fuel filter, first we need to remove the battery and afterwards we need to remove the ECU. If the video is useful, please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Next we're going to remove the ECU. There is a couple of bolts holding it, two up there, two down there and one up to the right, and also we need to disconnect the ECU. Now that the ECU is removed, we have access to the fuel filter. We need to disconnect those two fuel lines. There is a tab on the fuel lines that we need to push in and then pull out the fuel lines. There is also two electrical connectors that we need to disconnect. We'll start by disconnecting the electrical connectors. There's also two nuts holding the fuel filter housing in place. We also need to remove those two nuts. Now I'll show you where the nuts are that are holding the fuel filter housing in place. The nuts are right there. Next I'm going to remove the two nuts and so that the fuel filter housing is loose, and then afterwards we can remove the two fuel lines. Next I'm going to remove the two fuel lines. On the fuel line connector there is a tab that you need to push in and then pull out the fuel line. You need to push it a little bit hard just to make sure that it's pushed in far enough. That's the tab right there that you need to push in, the green thing right there. And it's the same on the other fuel line. Now that everything is disconnected from the fuel filter, next I'm going to take out the fuel filter housing and replace the fuel filter. Next I'm going to remove those two nuts holding the fuel filter housing. I'm going to remove them and remove the fuel filter housing from the fuel filter, and afterwards I'm going to remove the fuel filter. Now that the fuel filter is removed, first I'm going to remove the bottom sensor. When I remove the bottom sensor, there will be a lot of fuel coming out, so make sure you get it in something, and then remove the sensor completely. That's the sensor removed. Now I'm going to remove the fuel filter. I'm going to put the metal part of the fuel filter housing on the bench and tighten it, and I'm going to use big pliers to turn the fuel filter anti-clockwise, and it will loosen, and then I can remove it. That's the fuel filter loose. Now I'm going to remove it and replace it with a new one. That's the new fuel filter. Before putting on the new fuel filter, make sure they're the same. The bottom, where the sensor is going, is the same, and the top, they're all the same. Next, lubricate the O-ring with some fuel, and you can put it on. When you tighten the fuel filter, don't tighten it with any pliers, just hand tighten it as much as possible, and that's it. When you put on the sensor, the same, don't tighten it with tools, just as much as you can hand tighten it, but don't over tighten it, because the thread might go. I'll say it again, when you put on the sensor, don't tighten it with any tools, just hand tighten it, but don't over tighten it, because you might have a problem afterwards. And when it's tightened enough, you can put it into the housing and tighten the two nuts, and then we can put the fuel filter back on the car. Putting the fuel filter housing back on the car is exactly the reverse way as removing it. When you put it in its place, you need to put the two nuts holding it. Also, you need to install the two fuel lines and the electrical connectors. After installing the fuel filter, then we need to prime the system. This car has electric supply fuel pump, which will prime the fuel system itself. But in order to do that, we need to get into the car and turn the ignition on. Before starting to prime the fuel system, we need to assemble everything else. When we assemble the fuel filter housing, then we need to assemble the ECU and put on the battery, and then we're gonna go into the car and bleed the fuel system. Now that everything is assembled, we're gonna go inside the car and prime the fuel system. Like I said, the car has electric supply fuel pump, so in order to prime the fuel system, we need to turn the ignition on and off for about 10 or 15 times. And this way the fuel pump will start priming the fuel system. After 10 or 15 times of turning the ignition on and off, then we can start the car, and when we start the car, we're going to press the accelerator pedal for 5 to 10 seconds. Keep it at 3 to 4,000 RPM, just in case the fuel system is not primed completely. This way it will prime all the way. Now that we've turned the ignition on and off about 10 or 15 times, I'm going to start the car, and I'm going to rev it until 4,000 RPM, and the system should be primed, and that means we're done. Hopefully the video was helpful. Please like and comment on the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.